Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look, this one gonna be about these guys from my hood that jack Rick at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Crash out, fucked up, dumb, stupid, all for nothing. Right? That's what we're here to talk about today. Alright, so I got to scale it back to the beginning. So I was about 8, 9, maybe 10 years old growing up in my neighborhood at this time, right? There was a guy named Jay Cool from my hood. Jay Cool might have been like 3, maybe 4 years older than me. So he pretty much was already a teenager at this time, preteen, teenager. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a little shorty, right? Well, my homeboy got an older brother that's J. Cool age. My homeboy brother and J. Cool best friends. Me and my homeboy best friends. You know what I'm saying? So I got an alliance with J. Cool because my man's brother fuck with him the long way like that, right? So I've been knowing J. Cool ever since I was a kid, right? Well, me and J. Cool, we got cool, whatever, whatever, right? This is the time when I started stealing out the Kmart, right? So I'm stealing CDs, games, all type of shit out the Kmart, right? Well, I stole a game out the Kmart one time, right? I'm in the hood with the game. Just so happened it was a game that everybody wanted. You know what I'm saying? So J. Cool wanted that game. I'm telling him, I'm like, hey, you got to trade such and such with me, to get this. So he had the game that I wanted. So me and him traded. I gave him the game that he wanted. He gave me the game that I wanted. It was just supposed to be a trade just for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of days go by. I go to meet him, to get the game back. I come back with his. I'm waiting on mine, right? When I meet him, he got this sad ass sorry excuse, talking about he was riding a bike. He was riding a bike to come meet me, and the car hit him. The car hit him while he was on the bike. He fell off the bike and he landed on the game. The game was in his pocket, so it broke the game when he got hit by a damn car, type shit, right? All right, whatever, man. So I let the shit go, right? I go on by my business. I gave him back his game and everything because I knew he was on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But he older than me. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do to him? And mind you, I was under 10 years old, so I couldn't do nothing with a teenager, preteen, or whatever at that time. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he got down on me. You know what I'm saying? He got down. He finessed me out my game, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't care. I stole the shit or whatever. I wasn't really tripping. I really didn't even want the game for real, honestly. I really wanted the game that he had. You know what I'm saying? He could have just played it off, for a little longer. I could have played it a little more, got everything I wanted out of it, and I wouldn't even trip, But he tried to finesse it, you know what I'm saying? So I knew then he was a snake. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with him. He ain't no good, I knew it then when we was kids that he wasn't no good. So growing up in the hood, I never fucked with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I always known him, we was cool or whatever, but I never fucked with him because he did that shady shit when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? All right, now fast forward to tape. Like I said, J. Cool was a couple of years older than me and my generation. You know what I'm saying? So me and my generation that grew up, we was under him and his boys. Him and his boys was the OGs over us type shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, we getting older, we forming our gangs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is crew by crew, block by block, you know what I'm saying? So with that going on, J. Cool was with his crew. They was doing their thing, right? They on some hood takeover type shit. Like they want to take over the whole hood. They want their crew to run the whole hood type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they recruiting people, they creating ops, all type of shit. Whoever ain't rolling with them is they ops. You know what I'm saying? So this how it was going. They got to a point where they pretty much had half the hood. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't tell them shit. They thought they was on top of the world. They thought they was running shit, all of that. You know, they had them a nice little territory. They had a bunch of guys that, you know, claimed they shit, you know, joined they crew, you know what I'm saying, was down with whatever they was on, you know, fighting people, shooting at people, murdering motherfuckers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They had a crew of people that was down with them doing the same shit, right? So this what they doing, you know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day. This is what they doing, right? Okay, fast forward to take some more. That was our teenage years, you know what I'm saying? Now we grown now. So now we gonna fast forward to take 2017, which was what, about 7-8 years ago, right? I'm 35. So just say if that was 7.5, 8 years ago, I was what, 27, 28. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 27, 28, that means J. Cool about what? About 30, 31, some shit like that, right? Okay. So we at this point in time in life, right? J. Cool and his homies, they still in the hood, still doing the same shit. This was after I got out of prison. I was out of prison for like 2 years at this point, right? So I'm doing my thing, right? I'm getting back on my feet. I'm doing me. Mind you, the hood is dead at this point. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done moved on. Everybody done went on about their life. A lot of people done died. People done went to prison, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, the hood is not the same at all. Like, it's dead as hell. You know what I'm saying? Well, J. Cool and a couple of his boys, they still around there in the hood. And I done spoke on this before. I done said that, you know, niggas just grow older to become bigger hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas, they don't make it out the hood, you know? And that's what was going on with J. Cool and his crew, right? They just became bigger niggas type shit, right? So I used to just slide through the hood, you know, see them guys still around, still doing the same shit, still posted up on the block, blah, blah, blah. By this time, you got to think, it's new people that done moved into the hood. You know what I'm saying? We done ran that hood for what? 20 years at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, things didn't change. You know what I'm saying? It's new people moving in. It's people moving out. Like, it don't stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, it's new people moving into the hood, right? At this point. So we got a crew of young guys, some YNs that done moved over there. It was about 15 to 20 of them. They all moved it over there at the same time. That's how it is in the D sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the hood will be dead, and then the next day it'll be 30 niggas that done moved over there. You know what I'm saying? It happened like that. So this was the situation. Out of nowhere, 15, 20 niggas just moved into the hood, right? So now we got a new crew of niggas in the hood. Mind you, I ain't in the mix. I just ride through there and just see what's going on, you know. So I see that there's some new guys over there, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't involved. I'm out the way, you feel me? I just come through there and I just see what's going on. So with these new guys over there, they clashing with J. Cool and his crew. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, J. Cool was riding around the hood one day. It's 2017. He riding around the hood, and he caught one of them guys that they was beefing with that moved into the hood. One of the YNs. You know what I'm saying? He caught one of them. He ran up on him. Now, this is the thing about Detroit. Detroit got this thing going on called green light. I done showed y'all in my shorts before the green light. It be mainly at like these gas stations and liquor stores, because that's where a lot of crime be happening, at the liquor stores or the gas stations. People getting shot, you know, robbed, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So what the Detroit police decided to do, they started targeting these gas stations and liquor stores by putting green lights on them. The green light is a camera. You know what I'm saying? It's a real high-tech type of camera. It ain't like them cameras that you just see on businesses, you know what I'm saying? And if something happen, they can roll back the tape, type shit. Like, nah, these green light cameras is on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can zoom into your car. They can see you sitting there rolling up a blunt. They can see you getting head in your shit, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the green light cameras is on a whole nother level. They are police cameras. So they don't got nothing to do with the businesses or none of that. They just strictly police cameras that they install at these businesses. So basically, if you do anything at a green light store or a green light neighborhood, the police gonna catch you because they have that green light project. You know what I'm saying? So you do something crazy over there, of course, they could roll it back. They could zoom in on you. They could see your face through a mask and everything. Like, green light is a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they had put the green light project in my hood because my hood was, on fire basically at that time. So they put the green light project over there, right? Well, J. Cool caught my mans, right? One of the niggas he beefing with or whatever, one of the YNs, right? J. Cool 30-31, beefing with the YNs, right? He caught him on 7 Mile. 7 Mile, well known for a green light project. Everybody know this, you know what I'm saying? This is when the green light shit first started popping, you know what I'm saying? Well, he got the arguing with him on 7 Mile, you know what I'm saying? So of course the green light caught all that, right? He arguing with the nigga. He jump back in the car. He pull off. He go to the block. He pull up on his guys, right? These some of the same guys that I grew up with. Like I said, some niggas don't make it out the hood. Some niggas just become bigger hood niggas. That's what was going on here. These niggas was just bigger hood niggas. They didn't make it out the hood. We all around the same age. We all about 25 to 30. You know what I'm saying? And it was a crew of guys just left in the hood, maybe like 20, 25 guys still left in the hood. Everybody else advanced. Everybody else moved on. Everybody went on about their business, except these 20 to 25 guys, which I said became bigger hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? So they on the block, right? J. Cool pull up on them. He grabbed the youngest nigga out the crew. The youngest nigga out the crew was only 18. Bro name, his name was Yayo. I never known him, you know what I'm saying? But he was one of the guys. But again, I didn't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he pulled up on Yayo, told him to get in the car, right? They ride off. He telling Yayo, yeah, I ran into them niggas, that moved into the hood, that's on that bullshit. I ran into them. Let's get them, type shit, right? Yayo ready, right? So they pulled back up on 7 Mile. Caught the nigga walking, right? They followed him into this store in the neighborhood, right? This store, it got his cameras in it too, but the green light project is all through the neighborhood. So the green light project see everything that J. Cool and Yayo is doing. Not only that, the store that my mans went into, they got their camera system in there as well. So when they went into the store and J. Cool and them followed dog in the store, they all in there arguing with him in the store. So all of that shit is on camera too, right? After that, they walk out the store. My mans that they beefing with walking up the street. J. Cool and Yayo jump back in the car. They following them up the street. Like how you ride slow as hell, like following somebody that's walking. That's what they was doing. So basically, they walking this nigga up the street. You know what I'm saying? They got so far down the street, J. Cool told Yayo, go on here, hop out, get them together, type shit. That's what Yayo did. Broad daylight. It literally was probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yayo hopped out. Blue dog. Killed him. Right there. Broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? He killed him. He jumped in the car. Pulled off. Left dog body in the alley, right on 7 Mile in broad daylight, right? I'm gonna do a short on that too, you know. But anyway, dog laying there in the alley dead, right? Just so happened, I had just pulled up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I just pulled up in the hood. Right after this murder happened, I pulled up in the hood maybe 20 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't have been no later than that. 10 to 20 minutes later, I pulled up, right? When I pull up, they have 7 Mile blocked off, you know, with the caution tape everywhere. So I knew that somebody got killed, you know, because when they bring out that yellow tape, it's ball business. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that it was ball business, right? So I pull up. I had to park my car like 4 or 5 blocks down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like they had half of the hood blocked off type shit. So I get to a block. I park my car on the block. As soon as I jump out the car, I see my homie Black. You know, he one of the OGs from my block. I see him come walking up the street. By this point, everybody in the hood is coming out their houses, off their streets, everything. Everybody is going towards 7 Mile and marching down 7 Mile towards where the caution tape was at, because everybody was trying to see what the fuck was going on. So you see about a good 100 people marching down 7 Mile trying to go see what happened at this scene, right? So I'm with Black. Me and Black, we walking and talking. I'm like, dog, what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? He like, man, some young nigga got killed, man. It was like, you know, niggas ran up on him and just shot him, killed him broad day. I'm like, is it anybody we know? He like, nah, luckily it ain't nobody we know, you know. But he was like, it was some young guy, you know, he was walking up the street, somebody ran up on him and just killed him. I'm like, damn, that's crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Broad daylight too. And it's like, you know, we know everybody in the hood. So this is just some random shit. Like, that sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we get down there, right? The scene was probably like 3 or 4 blocks down. So we had to walk about a good 3-4 blocks. We just talking and walking. Everybody else walking and talking with us. You know, this is just how the hood is. So everybody, we all marching down 7 Mile to get to the scene, right? We finally get to the scene where the crime happened at, right? Ambulances, cop cars, all that shit around. We had to stand on the other side of the street on 7 Mile. So the crime happened on this side of 7 Mile. We on the other side of 7 Mile. We standing across the street looking over there to see where the crime scene happened at, right? While we looking, we see the ambulance truck bag up into like the alleyway. Now, with the alleyway, is just an open space. It ain't like it's closed or nothing. Like, you had to walk down the street, you know, to go through the alley. The alley is an open place. It's like a lot that sit right there. It used to be a Coney Island. It was our Coney Island back in the day. But the Coney Island, you know, went out of business. You know, they knocked the building down type shit, right? So it's just a lot. So you can see straight through the alley. You know, it ain't nothing covering the alley. It's just an open alley. So we looking at the alley while the ambulance truck is bagging up into the alley. Well, when they bag up into the alley, they bring out the stretcher bed. They put my man's body on it. They raised up the stretcher bed, threw it in the ambulance truck. We seen the guy body. We seen him. You know what I'm saying? Dead as hell. He was done for. You know. We seen them pick him up and throw him in the ambulance. Young black guy, you know. At that time, I'm like, I know dog ain't no older than like 16, 17 years old. Young, lost his life for nothing. So after that, after the ambulance rolled off, the police, you know, got to taking down the yellow tape. Boom, back to regular programming, right? Everybody walked off. Everybody went on about their business, right? Me and Black still kicking it and shit, you know. I'm like, you know, I'm going to see if I can get some word on what happened. You know what I'm saying? So he like, all right, cool. I went and jumped in my car. I pulled off. Went on by my business, right? This might have been like a month later. You know, they locked up J. Cool. What J. Cool get locked up for? He got locked up for that murder behind that boy that was in that alley. So we like, what? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Type of shit was that, you know? Well, come to find out, when the crime happened, you know, the police rolled back the tape from they green light project. They rolled back the tape. They zoomed in on everything, and they went to the store where Yayo and J. Cool was arguing with the guy, right? So they had all of it. That shit was on the news and everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying at all, you know? So when they had got him, they had him locked up for a while, but didn't nobody know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? They like just had him detained until they figured out everything. You know what I'm saying? Well, while he locked up and they saying that he was locked up for the boy murder, this is when the story unfolded. This is when the police finally decide, you know, to tell us what was going on, because he was just locked up for a while and then nobody know. So it took like damn near a month before we found out actually what happened. You know what I'm saying? So the story was that, you know, J. Cool caught the op. You know, he ran up on him. He left. He went and picked up one of the youngins, pulled up on the op again, got to arguing with him back and forth. Dog walked him up the street. Next thing you know, the youngin get out the car, shoot and kill him, right? He shoot and kill him. He get back in the car with J. Cool. They pull off and dip, right? So that was the story, right? So when that happened, you know, like I said, the police rolled back their cameras, zoomed in. They did everything they needed to do. Well, of course, one of the main things the police do when they roll back the camera is they zoom in on your license plate, called license plate readers. You know what I'm saying? They read your license plate. That's all they need. You know what I'm saying? You could wear a mask, you could wear gloves, you could have syringes, you know what I'm saying, peroxide, you know what I'm saying, alcohol. You could do whatever you want thinking you're going to get away with a crime. But if you got a license plate on that car that you're using as a getaway car, they're going to draw it back. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of people steal cars to go commit crimes in, because they know that they're going to read that license plate. And if that license plate come back to you or somebody you know, you booked on that crime. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Well, that's what J. Cool did. You know what I'm saying? So he used his baby mama car. So when they zoomed in on the license plate reader and they seen that, you know, it was a woman car registered to this house, blah, 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 they ran straight over there, kicked her door in. Boom. Where he at? Her car was in the driveway and everything. So this nigga J. Cool, snake ass, he went and committed a murder in his baby mama car and didn't even tell her. You know what I'm saying? So when he committed the murder, he pulled up, dropped the car off, and then he took off about his business type shit, right? Didn't even tell his baby mama he smoked the nigga in her car, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Well, the police up in her house, give them up, or we gonna take your kids and your ass gonna go to jail. She wasn't having that. She gave that nigga up instantly. You know what I'm saying? So when she gave him up, they went and found him, locked him up. They had him, locked up for a while until they figured out the whole story, what was going on and everything. And then that's when the story hit us, type shit. Like I said, it took a couple weeks before we even found out why he was locked up. We knew that he was locked up, but we didn't know what he was locked up for. You know what I'm saying? So it took a while before the information finally came out. You know what I'm saying? Well, while he locked up, he ended up telling on the nigga that did the shooting. Because, you know, of course, they got to interrogating him and, you know, all of that type of shit. So they on his ass. You know what I'm saying? He gave up the youngin', man. He said the YN, Yayo, that he had with him was the one that hopped out the car and shot and killed the guy. So basically, J. Cool trying to, distance himself from this crime. He trying to make it seem like, oh, that was Yayo on there. I didn't know he was going to do that. Woo, woo. That's how he trying to make it seem. But again, this Green Light Project, they seen all of that. They seen J. Cool get into it with this guy before he even went and got his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? They seen all that. Then after you went and got the homeboy, they seen y'all go in the store and get to arguing with the guy. and follow him down the street. They seen all of that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, J. Cool told on the youngin for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So they went and got the youngin, Yayo as well. Boom. Now both of them locked up on this murder. Come to find out, the whole story of why they even went to kill the youngin in the first place was because him and his crew just moved into the hood. And supposedly him and his crew was supposed to be like taking over the hood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the bigger hood niggas, they ain't like that. So they put a plan together. Well, really, J. Cool put the plan together. You know what I'm saying? And they executed and killed one of them. Basically to send the rest of them niggas a message. Like, yeah, y'all over here thinking y'all about to run something, blah, blah, blah. We killing shit over here. You know what I'm saying? That was the message that they was supposed to be sending to the other guys over there. You know, caught a whole murder case, you know. And J. Cool told on Yayo. Yayo was only 18 years old. So J. Cool, 30, 31, pull up on the block, pull up on a little 18-year-old boy and got him involved in some shit that Yayo ain't even had nothing to do with, for real. He was on the block. You went and pulled up on the block to grab him to go do some hot shit, you know what I'm saying? And fucked his life over type shit, you know what I'm saying? So they locked up. They going through the case. Of course, they got found guilty. They gave J. Cool 30 years. Yayo, he got something around there too. I don't remember exactly how much time he got, but he got a lot of time too. You know, both of them boys' lives is lost and gone. You know what I'm saying? I see you still guys from the hood that be saying free J. Cool. You know, maybe I got some details of the story wrong because there's still some guys out there that fuck with him. I don't know. But this is the story that I was given. You know what I'm saying? He snitched on Yayo. Sometimes guys in the hood, they can't accept that they homies is a snitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking maybe this is what's going on. Some of the guys not accepting that he snitched, you know, but this is the word. So anyway, my message behind all of that, right? Mind you, these two guys lost their life. They in prison pretty much for life. Even if they did get sentenced to 30 years and just say they do their 30 years, all right, 30 years later, you know, you go see the parole board. It's not a guarantee that the parole board is going to let you go home. I done spoke on this plenty of times, especially with heinous crimes like that, you know, something that could have been prevented, something that you did not have to do. Now, if it was like a self-defense case or, you know, you had to defend you or, you know, your girl or your people or something like that, then you got a good chance of getting a parole. But when you just do some dumb shit like that for no reason, more than likely the parole board gonna smoke your ass. You know what I'm saying? So even with them getting a 30-year sentence, that don't necessarily mean that they just gonna do 30 years and go home. It's up to the parole board. And for crimes like that, usually the parole board don't let you go home. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, right, them boys lost their life for nothing. For a hood that they trying to protect, a hood that they claiming, a hood that they say is theirs. You know, at the end of the day, it's not your hood. So to all the YNs, I hope y'all listening. You know, this was a guy 30-something years old that went and got an 18-year-old to commit a murder for him because the 18-year-old was on the block doing his thing, minding his business. Yayo, damn, J. Cool was the one out here riding around looking for smoke and found it and then pulled up and influenced one of the young guys to lose their life. And that's exactly what happened. These guys lost their life for nothing, for a hood that they don't own. A hood that they don't got no LLCs from, no deeds, no titles, no contracts, you know what I'm saying? No lease, no nothing. No nothing. Don't own nothing in that hood. Don't own a building around that bitch, nothing. They ain't even cut nobody grass around there. You know what I'm saying? Let alone own any property in that neighborhood. But this is the hood mentality. A nigga grow up in a neighborhood, shoot a couple people, throw up gang signs. That's his hood. And he willing to die for it. And this was a clear-cut example of that. You know what I'm saying? Yayo in his, damn, I keep saying Yayo, I keep mixing them up. J. Cool in his 30s. And he's still on that YN time. Come to find out, the boy that they killed, he was only 15 years old. See, here's the thing with the hood, right? Every 5 to 10 years, people move. People progress. People advance. They upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So people move out the hood. Everybody don't just stay in the hood. It ain't like that nowhere. You know what I'm saying? People will stay in the hood for so long and then they move on. Some people move on to do better. Some people move on, gain businesses. You know what I'm saying? Move to different countries. Some people become a success. Like Cash Doll. You know what I'm saying? Cash Doll was on the block with us. Now look at her. She is a success. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened in life, man. You grow up. So every 5 to 10 years, your neighborhood changed. So to all the YNs that's thinking, I'm going to die for my hood, I'm with all of that, blah, 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 blah. Man, listen, man. Like they say, all good things come to an end. You only got so much time in your hood before that shit is over with. Even if you and your crew do make it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do stay alive and shit like that. 5 to 10 years from now, your hood gonna change. If you used to seeing 200 guys in your hood every day, in 5 years, that 200 gonna go down to 100. And in the next 5 years from that 100 gonna go down to 30. And it's just gonna be you and your boys left. You and the bigger niggas that didn't make it out that bitch. Y'all the ones that's gonna be left. Because everybody else is gonna progress. Everybody else gonna move on. People gonna die. People gonna go to jail. All type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. Every 5 to 10 years, it changed. So here it is 10 years later. You and your crew still on the block, still claiming this shit. Still on that same shit. When everybody you know and grew up with, they all moved on. Ain't nobody claiming that shit no more. Ain't nobody with that. Ain't nobody around there. Don't nobody even say that no more. Only time these type of people will talk about that is that they at home with their girl, a couple of their homies, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Reminiscing on old days. But for the most part, most people grow up and move on. But you got that certain clique of guys that don't. They just become bigger hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? This was the situation. So again, with the guys in the hood that just grow older to be bigger hood niggas, y'all grow to see that every couple of years, it's a new crew of guys that's going to move into that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You and your crew only got so long on that block before some new guys move in. And now that's they block. My block been desert since 2010. I can't go over there right now and tell the new guys on the block, hey man, I ran this block 15 years ago. Y'all gonna respect me. I'm the OG around here. Woo, woo, woo. This is my shit. I'm the one put this block on. I did this, blah, blah, blah. Man, I go over there and do that. I even got smoked. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't care that I ran the block 15, 20 years ago. It's daytime. It's they block now. You know what I'm saying? They getting they shine now. It's their time to do what they do. They don't want to hear about me running that shit 15, 20 years ago. That's what these bigger hood niggas don't understand. They think that they still run that shit. They think that it's still theirs. So when they see new guys come around, they want to beef with them and tell them, hey, either you claiming our shit or we about to go to war. When these guys, they didn't even move over there on free will. It was because their parents moved over there. You know what I'm saying? Their mama or their daddy found a nice house over there for a nice price. You know what I'm saying? So they had to move to another neighborhood. And now they being faced with bigger niggas like you. That's telling them either you got to be down with them or you going to be an opposition. When all along they probably wanted to just live their life. You know what I'm saying? But they got forced to move to a new neighborhood, and now you bigger niggas is trying to beef with them. That boy was 15 years old. I'm pretty sure everybody in his crew was around the same age. J. Cool, 30, 31. You double their age. When you was 15, they was just being born. So how is it that you even in any type of beef with these guys? Even if they did come over there in the hood and that rah-rah shit or whatever. You grown, bro. What is you doing? Like I said, some guys don't outgrow their shit. They just become bigger hood niggas. And this was a clear-cut example of niggas that don't advance. They just become bigger hood niggas. Well, with J. Cool being a bigger hood nigga, it earned him a spot in prison for the rest of his life. Get it? So hopefully y'all learn something from that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you is in the hood and you caught up in that hood shit and all of that, look, right? That's cool. I understand. I came from there. I get it. But when it comes to a point where you look up and you and your crew is the old niggas on the block, y'all the old niggas in the hood, that's a clear indication that it's time to move on. That don't mean that you go ahead and beef with the new niggas in the hood. It mean that you move on. You don't get to keep that hood. That hood is not yours. That hood is open to whoever moves over there. Whoever has the means to pay for that property that's in that neighborhood. That's who that neighborhood is for. It's not for you because you grew up over there 15, 20 years ago, and that's where you've been at the past 15, 20 years. That just means that you just been there for the past 15, 20 years. That don't mean that that is your neighborhood. It's not. That neighborhood is owned by people you will probably never in your life see. You don't own it. Your ass about to die over some shit, some people that you would never in life see own. You gonna die over they shit. And guess what? When your ass die, they not coming to your funeral. They not paying for it, none of that. Your ass just died. And guess what they gonna do? They gonna keep on renting out their properties in that neighborhood to new people that wanna move over there, that wanna own stuff over there, that wanna do better for their community. That's what the people that own that neighborhood, that's what they gonna do with your hood after you die, after you go to jail. They gonna sell it off to the next bidder. And they ain't gonna put no money on your books. They ain't paying for your funeral. But you ready to die for that neighborhood. You ready to die for that shit. This is what happened to J. Cool and Yayo. They lost their lives for nothing, for a hood that they can't protect no more. They in prison. They can't do nothing for the hood no more. 100 niggas can move over there in the hood right now and can take that bitch over. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck what y'all was claiming. We the new niggas, this our shit. It ain't nothing that J. Cool can do about it. Nothing. So was it worth it? Because within the next 5 to 10 years, that's what's gonna happen. He gonna call home, hey, what's going on in the hood? Ain't nothing going on in the hood. Ain't nobody over here. Everybody gone. There's a whole bunch of new niggas over here. It's a whole bunch of new niggas running around acting a damn fool. And they is not claiming what you was claiming. They got their own shit they claiming. You know what J. Cool gonna be doing? Gonna be slapping that damn phone on that hook. Mad as hell. Banging that line. The true meaning of banging that line. That's what J. Cool gonna be doing in there. Banging that line. He been gone 8 years. 7, 8 years now. That hood done flipped twice since he been gone. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine him calling within the next 2, 3 years. It's gonna be then flipped again. and he gonna have to keep banging that line the rest of his life. Because now he understand that he lost his life for something that he don't own, something that is not his, something that's open to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I knew this about him when I was under 10 years old. I knew he was a snake back then. That shit caught up with him in his grown life. And now he's serving life for a neighborhood that wasn't his. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.